and it started out as just a hobby, or really to get to a reception in DC. Can I be honest with you?
Yep.
U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. My buddy owned Heart and Soul magazine. I said, you need a photographer. So after that, took the pictures for 2 days. After that, I bought a camera, and God's just been moving it since.
Wow.
You know, the goal is to really blow it up, even to a point, and with my son's thinking, man, it's like really out of the box. You know, got me going over to schools trying to teach the young kids so that they can do it and appreciate it. So this group here, but it's Kendrick that really got me. We were just sitting there talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Black Professor, man, I said, I did that before. You know, it's like, no, this is not your grandfather's BPM anymore. You know, so I'm just excited to be here. I can talk all day.
Thank you. And just for reference, the owner of Heart and Soul magazine is one of the founders, which is Edwin Avent. And so I remember during the recession, after the recession, right after it, they had a event called Money Wise. This was before I joined Black Professional Men, and they were talking about Edwin Avent. He raised $10 million during the recession. I was like, Edwin Avent? That name sounds familiar. Turns out he was one of the founders of the organization I had just joined at the time. And so to hear that story was like, oh, you're right, that dot did connect, because he did own Heart and Soul magazine. He had a restaurant before then, and he's still very hands-on with where the organization is going now. So it's a lot of organizations that you'll never see the founders, and especially 20 years later, where to still have that type of direction and be able to touch a person to get that advice to take Edwin to lunch is phenomenal. Dr. Butler, introduction.
I'm Mel Butler. I do as little as possible. I have a couple of companies. One is a profit maker to market. It's a marketing company. I have a non-profit called Faces Going Places. And I'm a Baltimorean, been in marketing for a long, long time, matriculated right here in Morgan, and I can blame Mr. Tillman for getting me out of my retirement and making me go to work. I met him at NAACP at a meeting where NAACP was getting ready to go to town. I do what's known as Genesis marketing. And we take an idea and work with that idea until it becomes not only on the market, but the brand makes it in the top, whatever category they're in when they go into business. Some of the things we've done is we did a Hummer, the automobile, the Hummer, Hot Pockets, the little device that you use to cut your car on and all. All these, by the way, were done by Black inventors. I ran this country's first marketing technology program out of Washington, D.C. They didn't have one. We did it, and now we're probably 1 of 5 people in the United States that do what we do. We just started. We have the Harlem Globetrotters, Harlem Wizards. We do golf tournaments to motivate kids. We just took on a client that has a brand new product, gonna be global, gonna change the way people live, and has opportunities for everybody, say, sitting in this room. Already in the pre-rollout, they didn't expect it, I didn't expect it, and we were here, the owner was here about, what, 2 months ago, or less than that? 2 months ago. Since that time, we have pre-orders for about $100 million, and we're opening up a new product in the Philippines that everybody is going to do. It's going to be a coating for cell phones that will make them germ and bacteria free. We just had a letter that came out that said that our product can stop the bug that causes measles. It just came out a few hours ago, and they called us on the phone. But we work with, basically, to ensure that there are opportunities for you to come into a business, join a business, and be one of the front runners in that business. That's it.
And Doctor's an alumni of Morgan State University. That's how I met him. Someone said, you don't know Dr. Butler, he got a double master's in business and marketing. I'm like, hey, what kind of double master's? Never heard that in the history. I don't think anyone has ever done that, right?
Yeah, but the thing was, I did them simultaneously because they said it couldn't be done. So we did it at the same time.
Yeah, so that, and since then we've been connected. So I'm going to go back to Felix, working the way around this way. Introductions.
Oh, my name is Felix Buchanan Senior. I am a realtor at Keller Williams Legacy, and I also own my own company called the Jacobs Group. I do property management, project management, tenant placement, commercial and residential lawn care and things.
All right, I'm gonna skip our president.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Tubman. By day, I'm the Senior General Manager, Area Director for Food and Dining Services at Johns Hopkins Hospital. I've been with DPM for about 5-6 years now.
John Waller, I'm
I gotta get these together.
John Waller and my wife Amanda
Yeah.
Waller. We're new members and associate members. We own our own custom clothing for men and women, and we design and outfit men and women's business suits.
These my new stylist.
And we have my wife. She also has her own event planning business as well. So she's very active in event planning. For those of you out there, we need event planning.
Swing around.
Everett Smith, during the day, government worker, during the night, and hustle man. What you have to do, just started some photography, and just, I do insurance and things like that.
Photography, like Greg said, you get a good camera, that's like a VIP card.
Yep.
You come through back doors, and I can't be making this up. I'm a professional DJ. I can remember when we got $1,000 camera 10 years ago, and I just popped up and like, oh, we need you. I'm like, okay. Red carpet in there. You in there, $300 a ticket. You don't pay nothing because you got a camera. It should be VIP card.
Can I just share something? You just said that. I was at the Atlantis, down in the Bahamas. And we were on a cruise, so we didn't have the band to get through into the back and get on the beach. So I got my camera and I'm snapping, and I tell the people, stand there, y'all get together right there, click, and we walk right out on the beach that way. I ain't talking about parties, I ain't talking about Congressional Black Caucus. I ain't talking about Mega Fest. I'm talking about, and it did them too.
Anyway, yes, definitely. Mr. Lee.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And, much love to you all the time, but especially tomorrow. I have a barber shop, so if anybody want to come over and get your hair cut for tomorrow.
Do you get a discount if you got
I
hair?
just gave you nothing else. And my barber shop is a professional shop. We're drug free. We are open on time. They're all day, close on time. We're the kind of barber shop where we don't have a television. Because your head is my barber's continuous focus while you're in the shop. We don't hang out, we just cut hair. My barbers are highly skilled, and they dress in tuxedo shirts, tuxedo pants, solid black shoes. They look professional, and they don't look out of place in the shop, because the shop is everything that I put in it, including the central vacuum system. Each year, we have a common appreciation party. This is our 24th year, so the first Sunday in May, if you want to go to a 100% top shelf party, that's us. We appreciate our clients by awarding presentations to our clients, some of which are scholarships to our young brothers in the shop. And we always saw, so if anybody would like to go get give me a problem in the next meeting. But I am donating for each ticket sold with BPM, $10 per each ticket, so I'm prepared to donate as much as $500 to BPM. Okay, so that's what I do, and if you want any more information, I can give you a business card. My website is MrMamieDesign.com. Yeah.
I'm Ray Wright. I'm a transplant from Washington, D.C. I've been in B camp for 2.5 years. I first found out about it, I went I'm currently a minor partner in a architecture, design, build, construction firm. I'm looking to parlay some funds I had from another company I was involved in. I was able to kind of reach into a partnership. We did about 42 million last year gross income. We kind of been ready to matriculate out of the AA program. It's owned by a Jewish woman. I've learned a lot from certain people, a lot. One thing I did learn, the term people use, thinking outside the box. You think outside the box, but then with your thoughts, when you get your thoughts, bring them back into the box. It's like, you know, remember back in the day, everybody wanted to move out the suburb, like Mark said, you gotta be all by yourself. You bring those back into other people in that box. And it's like that pebble in the water, you throw that pebble out there, so that's been extremely good to me. You know, I'm living a really good life, health-wise, I'm pretty good. So I'm just enjoying and trying to contribute more, and I'm expected to.
King, introduction.
Okay, what do you want, just a name, or what do you, any specific information?
Name,
I know how much money you're gonna give out.
I came into money time. Yeah, so my name is Kevin Vance. So it's funny, I used to be in BPM years ago. I guess I used to meet over at, I think it was up by John Hopkins. I used to be, I don't know, it was a church, I don't know if anybody's been around that long, but it was like a church.
Social Black Charities was the last time.
Yeah, I think that's where it was, right, exactly, yep, so, and somehow, man, I got off the rolls years ago, and, I don't know, man, I lost track. I did some events, and, went to the, Raise a Hope, event a couple times, but I always thought it was pretty, very positive. So I felt pretty guilty not getting more involved, and so, somehow I drifted onto the website and joined, and I was like, wow, man, I got to tell, man, the organization has really grown quite a bit. The use of technology was good. I think I got your information right away, and so hey, man, my whole I'm passionate about trying to help these young kids, man. I got two teenagers, and I guess it really hit home when my son is a senior, so he's looking at different schools, and he's looking at some different HBCUs, and I started getting the ratios, man, of like male to female at the school, man. Pretty consistent, throughout a lot of the different HBCUs I looked, would have been great when I was going there, but but at the same time, man, 70, 30, 65, 35, it's about the highest I've seen it, 70, 30, 65, 35, it was, so with that being said, man, it really, kind of reignited my drive to go out here and try to make a difference, man, because, like I was saying, Hassan, man, ain't no more smoke, man, the house is on fire, man, and, need to go in there and try to save some of these young boys, because, it ain't getting no better. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me.
Awesome, man. I will bring our president, Mr. Hassan Hayes, to do his introduction as well as take over the meeting. My part.
Thank you.
Let's give Mr. Tillman a
So I'm Hassan Diggs, I'm the president of Black Professional Men. It's often joked upon that I'm the Tommy of the organization. Nobody really thinks I have a job. But I was furloughed. So I'm back to work and all that good stuff. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. And one of the things I wanted to share is a conversation I had with one of the members over the last week, and it was with Troy Mobley. And the conversation was, or the statement he made was, if we don't need a lot of members to accomplish our mission. And he was like, if we just do what we do with a little bit, then naturally we would be able to grow to where I want to be. And I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. And we don't need a lot of members accomplish what we want to accomplish, which is to ensure the future of African American males. However, as we grow with members, we bring in another individual that we can ensure their future. So every person we bring in, it allows us to reach our mission and accomplish our mission. And so the numbers that we want to hit, they're not numbers because we want trophies or we want to be able to do so many things. Is that there's so much work to do. Every person who we bring in, we're able to energize that person, activate that person, and then send that person out to do that work. So that's one of the things that I wanted to share with everybody. So I know there's a lot going on, all right? And so we have a wedding expo come on. We just did our All Black Everything event. We sold out of it there. We're doing a wedding expo. And a lot of people are, looking side-eyed at me like, why is Black professional men doing a wedding expo? Like, that may be out of our scope or out of our focus. But it's two simple reasons why we're doing a wedding expo. One, 90% of our members are married. So we want to be able to show that marriage is the start of a strong family. Two, we want to ensure the future of African American males. A lot of males and a lot of people have businesses that support the wedding industry, which is a $1 billion industry. So why wouldn't we want to create a platform to allow them to get business? And so that's what we're doing. So it's real simple. Now, with our wedding expo, which is very exciting, I'm very excited about it. We're going to have couples who's been married 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 years to sit and be able to talk to these brides-to-be about what it's going to take for them to get there. And I feel like, typically when you go to a wedding expo, the only thing they want to do is take. They just want your money and send you on your way. And so naturally what we want to do is we want to make sure that your love lasts forever. Now I know I'm not selling that to any of you guys, but that's one of the reasons why we're doing a wedding expo. And after that, we're doing a job expo. After that, we're doing a food expo. And all these things is all for similar reasons. So I definitely appreciate y'all letting me take that moment to get on my soapbox. But one of the other things we wanted to do this year with our meetings is that we wanted to provide our members a platform to leverage it so that people can get to know our members. So every month we have a member to MC it. There's no me, not me, but I'm filling in. We have a member to do a highlight, and then we generally have a member to do the guest speaking. Okay, so we have Felix, not Felix, it's Felix Buchanan. He's a highlight member tonight. He's gonna go over everything that he does, and he's gonna have an ask. And I directed him, even if he doesn't have an ask, make one up. All right, because the only way that we can do things is to be activated, and so that's what it's all about.
You want to something on the website?
No, not on the website. I was just hearing like calling first,
I got this.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good evening.
So we just did introduction, so I pretty much stated everything that I do for you who aren't here. I do property management, project management, tenant placement, commercial and residential lawn care and cleaning, and I'm also a licensed real estate agent. So my main focus, the cleaning and the lawn care, I contract out to other companies because I don't look to add too much to myself. I do a lot of project management. I do a lot of rehabs in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, and I do a lot of property management. The rehab is my level of expertise. I'm currently working on 4 projects of my own because I do buy properties, rehab them, and flip them, as well as buying properties, rehab and rent. Just depending on what it is that you're looking to do as far as your investment is looking, what it is that you're looking to do for your investment portfolio. I also do tenant placement. I work closely with Section 8, DRHP, as well as market tenants, which are cash paying tenants. Helping provide avenue for people to be able to get into properties. I know that at one point that I was looking for a rental and it wasn't is paying a bunch of application fees, or you're just not getting the assistance that you need. So I typically do the application process first, so then I can match people up with the properties that best fit them, versus me sending that person 10 properties, knowing, and then they end up only qualifying for 4 of them, then it defeats the purpose, and it's a waste of time on both parties' hands. Like I said, the biggest part is that I do a lot of project management. I love rehabs more than the regular real estate as far as buying and selling houses. I actually have a team of agents that I work with that take care of that part. I don't even list my own projects. I give it to another realtor. I just don't want to deal with the back and forth, let somebody else do it. I can move to the next project. I like to rehab properties for the market of first-time home buyers mainly, because being a realtor, I've seen a lot of first-time home buyers get properties where the properties aren't in good rehab order, and then they still have to put thousands of dollars into the properties after the fact, which defeats the purpose of them getting closing costs or getting money from family and friends, and then still being stuck with having to put money into the property after the fact. I know that that's one of the key reasons why people in Maryland don't go after home ownership. We are in the top 3 for like the last 7 years as far as rental properties. So that's why it also makes it a lucrative state, Maryland, as far as, you know, doing rental properties or utilizing that as an investment avenue. So, if you guys have any questions, I can definitely answer any questions. I don't really have much else as far as information on. Sure.
Okay, on your, tenant placement, only because I'm a realtor as well. Oftentimes I have a difficulty finding a rental place, because of course I don't want them to rent,
Right.
we want them to own.
Mhm.
But will they be able to come to you, do that application, and then you will give them X amount of options? Because what I'm trying to find are 55 and over communities,
Okay.
because those people, they want to sell their properties.
Correct.
So, but they want to take the money and then go live their life in an apartment or a condo or whatever.
Right.
So would your company would be able to help me identify that?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's hard to find on the Marist or the Bright now.
And I typically deal with a lot of property managers, landlords, or because I deal with enough investors, if the market is worth it, then that's something that they would invest in because it becomes residual income for them.
Okay.
Cool. So that's about it.
In your rental properties and all the properties that you manage, do you find that there's a mold problem in any of those buildings?
Well, any properties, before I do any property management, I walk through the property just to make sure that the property has to meet the criteria or standard that I would want my name or my company to be behind. So if that owner isn't willing to fix anything in the property that would be to make it habitable for these owners, then I won't take the bid.
But you said you do 8A properties too, right?
Say that again?
You do 8A projects too?
8-8?
8A,
Yeah.
section 8.
Section
Yeah. Well, then those properties can't have mold. No government HUD affiliated property. If there's mold in it, it's automatic that the property goes into abatement. They have to resolve the issue immediately. Anything dealing with water or mold, just in real estate in general, it has to be handled immediately.
That's by federal law,
That's by federal.
but Maryland doesn't have state law against people doing.
Well,
They already
that's a law. Every state, every federal, everything. Mold and water, anything dealing with those two things, no matter what it is, commercial, it needs to be reported immediately because of what the implications of mold and things that come behind.
Right, but Maryland has no program. It's one of the few states that don't have a program, other than the nonprofits going in.
That I know.
The law that they have a law, but it's on hold.
Okay.
That thing was passed and it was written in 2008 and 2006, and it said it was too expensive. That's because all the problems were in our communities.
I think what they
Put it
do.
on hold.
So I think what they do is utilize the remediation companies or mold remediation companies to just come in and fix it and just allow those companies to make the money to alleviate the situation. And then now, I know with Baltimore City, one of the things that they've done to combat that is you have to register all your rental property. So which means that you have to get an inspection done before you can even rent the property out. And that was effective as of January 1st of this year.
I said that because I know for a fact that that's what we deal in, and the city has mold in its courthouse, mayor's office, 85% of the buildings had mold in it. I asked that because that's one of the new things that we do, but I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay,
There is a law, but it's on indefinite hold.
okay.
So what about your off-market properties? I do investing, but you're trying to get off-market, what do you mean?
I mean, I do a lot of wholesale properties. I have a consistent list of wholesale properties. I'm an agent, but because I started investing before I got my license. I got my license to learn the rules, to understand, you know, the ins and outs of real estate, not just from the investment standpoint. However, to know what the realtor and what the clients will be looking for, because it makes it easier for you as an investor to be able to market to that particular genre of people. So for me, I have wholesale deals all day. Doesn't matter what area, doesn't matter what county. I get them consistently because I've had investors that have closed deals and then I buy a lot of properties myself.
Let me ask you something. Because I come through the city, I have to come through the city in order to get home. Unless I go through the toll, I don't go anything for to a Swedish owned company, because the state is not owned, Baltimore Harbor.
Right. That's true.
And I've been coming for 5 years, and I kind of looking at buying some of these distressed properties, but I really don't know where to start because I guess let's pick out, hope nobody lives, let's pick out Ferry Street. Okay. You go down Ferry Street, big wide avenue, I mean, it's really a nice wide street, but if there are 30 houses on the block, 30 of them are dilapidated, border of the trees going through the roof. So where do you guys up there start? I mean, it seems like you're fixing how like one on the block here, one not the whole block. That's what scares me.
Well,
Because who wants to live like on a nice rehab house? That's gentrification, whether you like it or not.
correct.
And you're pushing that, and you get a lot of feedback. But who wants to? How do you get people to look at a house that's in the middle of two boarded up houses?
Well, particularly me, if you are a new investor, I wouldn't put you in that area. That
Okay.
wouldn't be an area that I would, it's not attractive. There's
Okay.
nothing about that. I would put you more in either up and coming area or homeowner area where you know that you're gonna get the return on your investment. Putting you in an area where you're not going to get the return will cause you not to want to do business further after that. So I don't put any new investors in any investors for that matter in a situation where they won't succeed from investing.
But the hard question is, so who's gonna look after those areas that you shy away from?
Well, the city is working on certain, Chinese. Well, I didn't say that. There's certain parts of Baltimore that people aren't willing to rehab because if I take this property and I'll get it for $40,000 and then I put $80,000 into it, but I can only sell it for $80,000, that's not an investment.
But that's a loss.
That's a loss. So because the city, working with the city to get them to lower the prices of these dilapidated buildings. Now, if you sell that building for $10,000 and we can buy the whole block, now it makes it easier to get a contractor, get a few contractors to come in and rehab the block. It's gonna be less cost effective for the contractor, the investor, and everybody abroad. However, Baltimore City, being that I've been a realtor for 14 years and been involved in real estate for 17 years here in Baltimore, there are many projects that I've watched that can get started but then don't get finished. So now with the new mayor and some of the initiatives that they got going on, you see that some of these initiatives are moving forward. However, you have to wait till they get to a certain point to have the true belief that they're really going to do this, to redo this neighborhood. So they have a lot going on in Baltimore City for the next 5 years, Park Heights, North Avenue, just to name two, that now you can see that they're really doing more to make sure that area is going to grow.
So what's the ask?
The ask is that anybody that utilizes my service, and of course, that I make money from, I'll give 10% to For My Kids, City Weeds, and the Food Project. So I will give 10% of my earnings back to those different organizations.
All right, we need a different ask. All right, so.
How you gonna tell me? My ass, you gonna tell me I gotta have a different ass?
So, anybody, because we had some people who are listening as well, is anybody interested and learning how they can become a real estate investor?
That's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just-
absolutely.
thank you. So,
I just had a statement for the young man, I want to wait for him to finish. There is a program, are you aware of Councilman Bullock's, program that he is, over, the city allocated $50 million to take the voided houses, unboard them, clean them up, and then for people like that new investor, but it's a program, it's been approved, $50 million. Councilman Bullock is over that particular program for the jail, so that's one of the things.
That's new, I never
So-
about that. It's not the same thing as Opportunity Zone.
No, that's different.
so this is how things happen in an organization, right? So you just started a new initiative to mentor people that want to start investments.
Not a problem.
So how many was that again? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Give me a call anytime.
afterwards, they have this information, contact. Now, a month from now, we would like to see what the progress is.
Got
It doesn't have to be you bought a house, all right? But it can be that I looked at a house, I did such and such, I have a timeline, I have a timeline of when I want to start to get a house. I know how much money I don't have, what I got to do to get that money.
So I welcome people to come look at any of my properties, any investments that I'm doing. I do different investments where I know when I first wanted to get started, people was like, you had to have 30, 40, 50,000 where you can get in 5,000. Here's the return on investment that you get, and you get to walk through the property, walk through the project, see the different things that I'm doing. So I do many different things to help build that investment rapport and build that relationship with investors, new investors, seasoned investors. It really doesn't matter. The more properties and things that we can get, the more that we can rehab and better neighborhoods.
So anybody who's looking at us online, you can sign up as well. We can go back and look at it and see who signed up, but you can give you his information.
Question, do you play the bank at any point?
I use hard money lending, but mainly, to be honest, I go after family, just getting funds from them and adding it to my funds, or using a hard money lender for purchase and using other funds to rehab the property where the return on investment is better for us than it is for the lender.
Because, I'm just giving you a different concept, but, I've been around a little longer on the real estate. But, no, but I'm coming back, and so it's a whole new world with the technology. But I was able to buy 7 houses with owner finance. And see, when I'm talking about you being the bank, now you are Bank of America.
I got you.
You are Nations Bank,
Yeah, I
you
got
see?
stuff like that.
And then, so you got them, and now, so to this man here,
Right,
give him a 3-year balloon,
correct.
and then now he's got credit, now he's got equity, you sold your property, and
Right.
the community grows.
That's true, yes.
So like that, you just joined the committee.
I'll be your secretary.
Let's make it happen. Kendrick?
I just wanna post you, and I wanna make sure I got the right Instagram. Is it a company for Felix Group, or is it just this by Boy
Yeah,
underscore New York? Okay.
My website is under construction, because I had to change some things, so.
How many of y'all drink coffee?
Y'all see my-
No, y'all drink
I
coffee?
just hired most of these.
I recommend y'all get some coffee.
So,
This coffee is great. Matter of fact, we
Yeah,
still trying.
Free coffee.
But the coffee's great. Coffee's great. I'm a little. Now, yes, coffee. This coffee's a little energized. I'm a little overexcited right now. Every time I come to a meeting, like even driving up here, I was a little geek because I always get excited when I come to the meeting. The energy is crazy, but coffee is a little bit different. So if you haven't had it, please get some. And if you don't drink coffee, just get some anyway.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
So the next thing we're gonna do is another exciting thing, okay? All right, another exciting thing. So I put it on social media. I know that not everybody here looks at the social media, but we have our own suit. Our own suit. Anybody see Coming to America? When they be like, he got his own money. Pictures on the money. Now, no, our picture's not gonna be on the suit, okay? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a suit that makes you feel like $1 million. It's a power suit. So when you put this suit on, you're gonna feel like you can accomplish anything, okay? And so it's called a BPM Classic Suit, all right? So we're gonna let our new power couple come up and talk about it. But I'm very excited about it, all right? I've seen some sketches of it. It's just very, very exciting. So listen, when you put on the suit, it's gonna make you feel like $1 million. Now there's two versions, okay? I have it come. So there's one that you wear when you have $1 million, and then there's one you wear when you feel like $1 million. There's a difference, okay? There's a difference. No skinny jeans. No skinny jeans.
Question. What's that? That's live when,
On me.
oh, you go on ahead.
All right, so hello. My name is Amanda Waller, and as Hassan already stated, we will be designing your BPM Classic suit. So this is my husband, John Waller, and what we do, we have an organization called the Debonair Club, and we basically do custom menswear for men, and we are opening up our new women's line. So we are so excited to be a part of the group because we just found out about you guys, and this is amazing. So we have some real capacities around you guys can see, but what we're doing is designing a BPM Classic suit that will utilize our in-house fabric so we can give you a great rate, better than some of the rates that you can get for custom wear. And this suit will be exclusive to you all. What we're doing in partnership, of course, we're all about supporting. Everything's about supporting the organization. And so what we're looking to do is to introduce this suit at the gala that you guys have in June. And we are partnering with your readers program to ensure that we put funds into that program. So for every suit that we sell, we will give $10 to that suit. And even out of the suits that we sell beyond the members, we're looking to get 500 sales so that we can really make a big donation to that program. I'm going to have John go in and talk about the consultation process and the design features.
Now, once you set up your consultation process, we will, after that, meet you at any location that is pretty much conducive to you. And after that, we'll pretty much go through taking your measurements, different measurements that are key to making sure that your suit will have its best fit when it's constructed. Okay. Now, what we pass around is fabric swatches for the suit on this end that you can choose from, and the shirts on this end. Now, with the suit, we also do give you the opportunity to order a shirt to go with that as well. Also, one thing that we can do for BPM members, we also give you the opportunity to put the BPM logo either on the inside of the suit or on the back of the collar to distinguish that, you know, the suit is for BPM members. Also, the swatches that we have going around right here, these are 100% wool, and the shirts are made out of different materials. And if you have any questions on what the product might look like once it's finished, this suit right here is one that I designed myself.
So we are, one of the things that we, especially me, love about the organization is I'm all about community and getting them to understand everything from the way that you speak, the way that you dress, how you talk, how you provide service, giving back to the community. And I know I was talking to the gentleman earlier about, you know, back, I'm only 33, but back in the day, beyond me, when people used to step out and everybody looked sharp, everybody looked nice. And when the young kids would see you, they thinking in their head, I want to look like that when I get older. And I think that it would be phenomenal to bring that back into our community, where we not only respect who we are and other people, but we respect what we look like and realize that it has an impact on our law of attraction. So I am looking forward to servicing the suits. We have the ability to set up appointments today so that we can actually get people to do their consultations. Now, in order to get us to do the consultations by the gala, we have to have all of our consultations set up by March 15th. And that doesn't mean that you have to have had it by then, it just means we have to have it on paper so we know when we're gonna meet with you. And then we have to have all of our orders in by May the 15th. So we can have it in June. And the great thing is having these suits on at the gala is an opportunity for not only other members of the organization to see you in it, but everybody that you're mentors for and everybody else that attends the event. Because what we want to do, like I said earlier, is spread that back into our community of, hey, we need to look nice. I know John, he doesn't even own a pair of jeans at all. The one he did own, he lost, he always wears this. Anytime he goes somewhere, people always stop to say, what do you do? And we're military people. Before this, he was working for the Department of Labor. I was working doing HR stuff. So just the fact that they even thought we did something beyond what we even did, just because of what we wore. And it's not to say you can't wear jeans, you can't wear whatever you want, but there is definitely something phenomenal about taking pride in what you look like when you walk out. So if we have any questions or recommendations.
I got a question.
Yes.
First of all, your outfits were outstanding. I had the pleasure of taking pictures of you selling some of your product. Your lovely wife there assisting. My question is, do you have anything that fits me? Because everything just fits you.
Well, as a custom closer, what we do is we take your measurements. So it would be specifically made to fit your body. And even if you're one of those people who doesn't really know about getting your measurements taken, if you're not into it, we still offer suits to be made in standard sizes if that's what you're into. So whether you're slim like me, or if you're not, if you're male, female, the process to make the suit is the same. Cut, make, trim. So that's where you can fit me, you can get a suit made for your little 1-month-old son if you want.
Yeah, your designs were phenomenal. I just could not fit in there.
Well, we have you on that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the great thing is going forward, we do have a variety of sizes, so people can try them on.
What are the cost of the suits, and what is your May 15th delivered by the gala? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, May 15th is the need to be ordered by. Right, yeah,
But then there's an appointment date by March 15th.
15th. So the March 15th date is just the same, yep. Right.
Right, so with the prices, we have set aside a special rate for BPM members, starting at $300 for the suit. So that's the top and the bottom, starting at $300.
You serious?
Yeah.
It looks like a real cost.
So that's the real cost
Like,
for
I
you.
guess we need to do
So
it
this-
for $5.99 a
No,
month.
that is your rate.
$3,000 suit.
So,
No, that's it.
yeah, so we have an in-house fabric company, and that's.
You don't need to do that. I know.
Okay,
I
that's
appreciate
just looking
that.
at other ones, that's just for you guys. And then, of course, but we can service you for whatever needs, but we have hundreds of fabrics. So if you choose something out of the in-house fabrics for BPM, then of course there is higher.
So I know you don't know me much, but as everybody else knows, I take care of us.
Right, absolutely.
I take
Yeah,
care of us.
I'm at FNG right now, so we're figuring this out. That's the price, and it's funny because now you guys own this company,
We do.
because, sidebar, if I may. So I'm gonna start a charter school, and I want every man in the school to dress professional. So I'm looking and,
You just found a uniform company.
well, I'm thinking, yeah, I guess you probably, I'm all the guys for the start. And if sometimes we say, we council guys, I want to say we're gonna get measured, they go in.
Yeah, we
I don't know anything, very little about men's clothing, I don't know how that works. But I know for men, I want the guys to be dressed sharp, professional, every day, because like you said, the kids see that, they want to be like Mike, I'm sorry,
John.
John, don't be like John. Be like
Well,
John.
we had a conversation earlier,
Right.
and you wanna announce it?
For which one? Oh, yeah, so we definitely are adding a women's collection. So we have a launch happening in May. Right now, we're finalizing the date for that, but it'll basically be our exclusive first look for all the females wear. And then we will also have the looks for all of the new collection that'll be happening. So originally, we were going to go to DC, but we found a fantastic location in Baltimore. So cross your fingers, we will actually be hosting it in Baltimore. And of course, we will spread the news all throughout BPM to have everybody come.
So what we're going for is a school that have one of Fortune 500, Fortune 100 type look. Everybody comes in corporate, and you got, I don't know what women do in the category, I don't wanna talk about it, but I don't know the guys who do like professionals.
Okay.
So if you can handle that, it'd be great. Now, you can cut the number cards, you know.
Yeah.
If not, no, I know, boom.
No, it's on that.
Let's go, I got a picture. But,
Oh,
You
so.
can just go to the private social network and look at, the member directory
right.
and, grab the
Yeah.
information.
And then Kendrick, I think you had a question.
Y'all do bow ties?
So we actually are affiliated with a black-owned business that makes ties. So, as of right now, we don't, but if you have tie needs, they will suffice them. Or,
You guys have that. Is there another black tie company that you know of, or is it one we work with?
I mean, if we get any company that's willing to, establish a BPM tie, then we're definitely open to discuss.
okay,
You know, that's a good idea, because when I was with 100 Black Men of America, 100 Black Men have that gold, and that's the only time I wear gold and black, because I only wear purple and gold. I'll wear gold and black in that case, and maybe in this hat, but that's it.
but yes, we did think about that. I know we were talking with the gentleman too about, you know, how sometimes they have the look, it's like a full look, so that includes like the shirt, the tie, everything, and you're known for that. You know, John, this is the first time, and most times he doesn't wear all white shirts ever, really. But of course, you know, any recommendations you guys have, where we can pretty much be on.
Okay, great.
So, I met you at the all black thing, and I'm seeing your cups and your coat,
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
coupling friendly.
Yes, yeah,
Because most of the time when you had couplings on, it bend over because the sleeve, and I thought that was a great.
yeah, on this particular
I'd
one,
patent if I was you.
on this particular one, I had the sleeve come up a little bit higher just because, so when I do wear company shirts, the sleeve is in. Of course, on the ones I get made, the buttons come apart. Surgical buttons, so, well, you know.
But now, I would like to suggest when you, maybe you need, like you talking to school, I know for a fact, you dress differently when you dress to impress. That's not how you go to an interview.
Right.
You know,
Change your mentality.
you have to be as low key, because you don't want your dress and your big puffy handkerchief.
Yeah, that's why I chose to bring this book.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So the order.
Yeah,
Be
because,
careful.
yeah, this, this is a bit loud, but I normally wear stuff like this, to catch people to see.
Right.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, but, this, as you can see, this book is, this classic stone, blue braids. So we also have the with it.
And you don't go to that people.
So, when you go to, yeah, so when you go to our website, it's, the Debonair with an E club.com. So we have a dandy collection, our more loud pieces, people that are all about the dress, the attention, the creativity of their stuff, and then we have our essentials collection, and that is all your business type line, so all your basic grays and blacks and blues, and then it has some of them. So the great thing about the suits too, that we can still make them unique in the aspect of, you have your typical grays and blacks, but then there's lots of little details that even though they're so small, if you're really into your attire, you can just tell that, oh man, this is nice. And when people come to you, they're still like, man, that's different. So you can still be very classic, but have your unique things.
I'm excited because all I have is like the Jolie Bank in New York.
Okay, well, we're excited.
Y'all can do that, not that much, y'all can do that. Some do some ways, trying to tighten it up so it's in the right place, So, that would be
We're
great.
excited. And John is the alpha for those of you who don't know.
Oh, that's
He
nice.
just
No,
wants to fail.
when I get my suit back, it won't fit.
So, the question I have for everybody, Mr. Sessions.
Okay, you sell the suits, you sell pants?
Yes.
I get, coats, pants, even, vests if you like.
What did you have responsible for pay pants?
just a fan facility, starting, as the low end at about $65.
So I have a story. When I just got out the military, my cousin took me to the store. I was just wearing Timbs and jeans, and he took me to the store to buy some slacks, and the slacks were like $175. I'm like, man, these are some nice slacks. I don't know what I would wear $175 slacks, but I wear them now, so I figured it out. But so yes, I mean, you definitely, if you can always grow into it. You can always grow into it.
Is there a price differential for a
Wallet. Oh yeah.
6-button versus 4-button versus 1-button jacket? It's still the same.
No, as far as, customization, as far as like peak lapel, not lapel, buttons,
Okay.
no, there is a price difference, between, the inside construction of the suit. If you
Okay.
know anything about that, there is a slight, price difference between,
Okay. 'Cause like my brother right here, he didn't want to be showcased, but his is tailor made. So he got all that good stuff, and I don't really care. It's all about the good outfit.
Right.
I ain't gonna open my shirt.
So, so everybody understands, when I get the email as far as the dress code for Rojas, what is it gonna be? BPM suit, BPM shirt, and BPM tie. Right. So, if you don't have that, of course you're still invited. But we would like for you to be able to represent. Now, again, everything that we do, if you accomplish A, you accomplish B. If you accomplish A, you accomplish B. So every time you go and you purchase this suit and you feel like $1 million, you're gonna help a kid read 100,000 words. Is that simple? Okay. So you have the choice to get a suit anywhere. But if you get a suit that makes you feel like $1 million, you're gonna help a kid read 100,000 words. You have anything else?
Oh, when you go online to the website, there is, on the homepage, there is an icon for setting up your consultation, so you can do it through there. If you need any assistance, we can actually just schedule it right after the meeting.
How many people are joining me with getting a suit?
I need 6 buttons.
Those of you online, just chime in. We'll look at it. Look at it later.
Yeah, I'm gonna go conservative, go white shirt, about the time, yeah, this is very good.
Is there a multi-purchase discount?
She can get the BPM all right.
Right.
So, you know what? Absolutely. So, you get the same discount that you get on a Bentley when you buy 2. Yes. The same discount when you buy 2 Bentleys that you get.
Not yet, but I'm glad you see my future.
Yes, you get the same discount. So if you buy 2 Bentleys,
Right.
you get the same discount.
No, I'm just saying that I was serious, but I was joking, but I was real serious. If you ever go to the Congressional Black Caucus, which is what I suggest you guys start doing, they always do a 3 suits for X.
I was gonna say that
So
we
you
have
got both,
promotional
right?
deals.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
In
so we have
fact,
promotional deals like that come
Yeah.
around.
yeah, that's what I mean. No, the 300, I'm good.
Well, so just understand, the BPM suit is a Bentley.
Right.
So if you buy 2 Bentleys, you get it at 2 Bentley prices. Right. So I mean, I'm just saying. So Don, you want
Good evening, brothers.
Good evening.
My name is Don Gatewood. I was invited to the meeting this evening by Hassan, who's been one of partners of mine for quite some time now. I'm with an organization called Initiative Baltimore, and we are a mentoring program dedicated to creating the next generation of leaders. We work with boys between the age of 12 and 17 years old. It's a leadership, civic leadership program. And we've been working with the BPM for quite some time to establish a partnership. And I want to say that I actually submitted an application for membership. So I paid the dues and everything like that. So if you all would have me, I would gladly, I would be honored. And I want to say to my man right here, I proudly wear the black and old gold. And just want to put that out there. In case you didn't know, now you know. But thank you so much, and I'm honored to be here.
So give a little backstory on that. Energy creates energy. All right. So Ray wanted to have a program that shows people the youth the justice system and the whole life cycle of it. And so, as we put that energy out there, Don, Nigel, who's a BPM member, connected us with them, and we was able to bring that together. So I share that to say that whatever it is you want to do, if you bring the energy in, the energy will bring in the resources to be able to do it. And just like that, they're working with Pastor Tillman and John Crew on our Pathways programs to be able to layer that. So everything is easy, everything is beautiful. Thank you. Introduce yourself.
My name is Jason Harvey. It's my first time coming back in like 2 years or so. So I have an after school program, and just so happened that all of my kids left early today. So I was able to be a little bit late instead of all the way late. So I'm just glad to be back and we'll try to make it, because I was able to hire some more people, so I should be able to make it more often.
Where's that school program?
So we're at the curriculum-based program in Baltimore City. I started out with just pre-K through 5th graders. So like for instance, say it's discovery, like when Columbus, we're learning about Columbus, we learn about like the black explorers, and we do stuff like that. And just so happened, I ended up starting in the rec center by accident. I started out with 5 older kids, and I had like 20 older kids who come every day after school. So that's what I'm dealing with.
You need to connect with Don.
Good evening. Shad D. Laser, from the very moment that my feet touched down on planet Earth, been involved in family business. I believe that family is the first business. It's the foundational aspect to generational wealth. That's how I look at everything in terms of friendships, as far as partnerships, so on and so forth. I run a company called Managed Path, and I help high-performance entrepreneurs take the ideas that's in their brain and turn them into profitable business models. I'm president of SCORE, which is the consultant arm of Small Business Administration, and membership chair of BPM. So those of you who join the organization, welcome, and looking forward to connecting with all of you in your own ways and look at ways that we can continue on with our mission.
Mike.
Guys just run? The cards too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Have a million cards. Mike Atkins, the name of my company is OMA Professional Cleaning Technicians. We clean carpet, upholstery, dryer vents, and air ducts. I actually been cleaning carpet 17 years. Been owning my business 10 years. We ranked number 2 in actually stain and odor removal. So like any type of stains, I can remove them, which is a blessing by God. Most people can't remove stains. I was taught by 3 different people. The first person was 41 years in the game, carpet cleaning and all these services. Second person was 39, third person was 36. So carpet cleaning is actually designed by systems and skills, meaning that you either get it out and you know what to use, when to use it. With that being said, we ranked number 2 in the DMV area as in military move-outs. I just finished my certification this year in carpet dyeing, so I could actually restore the color in carpet. So if you have bleach stains, if you have any type of stains, I can actually put the color back. So that makes me like a master, but that's besides the point. I'm actually, I got colleagues all over the world. So the reason why I'm just saying that, I just joined BPM, so I'm a BPM member. Good. Thank you, it's a blessing of God too. What I wanna actually do and what I learned in talking to Brother Hassan, I'm gonna create maybe let's just say 2 flyers, and I donate to whatever program, because what I learned is reach one, teach one. So it's more about the education about preventive maintenance, or what you call carpet maintenance. A lot of customers don't know what to do, when to do it. So let's just say if somebody spills something right there, the average customer will actually get a household cleaning product, and a lot of customers don't know once you do that, you made the price double. So anybody reputable, like a company like us, we will have to come in and get out what you put in, what we put in, and the water. Any type of service I provide is with a guarantee. We provide fractions of the cost. So let's just say if I was to have a service or make a coupon, what I want to do is just prevent like, I just want to provide like one flat price so the customer knows exactly where they stand, because the work is the work. So, you know, that provides like a level of trust. And then, like I said, I donate to whatever it is, because once somebody actually sees the work, then they will pass you on. You know, like most people don't use carpet companies or all these companies because they feel that, you know, they might see a cheap coupon, and then once you get in, the price doubles, but they don't know why the price doubles. You know, so what we've been doing, if you look at the card, we just prevent and we provide one flat price. So we know what it is, we know what it's going to cost, and what it needs to actually remove the stain or provide the most effective, cost-effective service for an efficient cleaning. Thank you so much.
So he's cleaned my carpet. So I mean, I can definitely vouch for the service. So there was a distinct difference in the house before he came to, after he came to, how the house smelled and the whole 9 yards. So and this is after we got a puppy. So
just one more question. Anybody have questions, please feel free to call, email anytime, and be available 7 days a week.
I just had a question about the ductwork.
Sure, you can shoot.
Okay, I know it says one flat rate. Is the cost of the carpet the same cost of the cleaning of the ductwork?
No, so I'll give you an example. So carpet cleaning this is what actually hurts a lot of customers. Like I was saying, so let's just say we spilled the stain right there. The average customer would get like a household cleaner product, and what they would do is spray the stain on the carpet, and what they did is, when they scrub it, you agitated the stain. That's a positive. It comes with an immediate con. You can never leave that solution in the carpet. So like all these household cleaner products, so Resolve is number one that they see. It's another one, it's like a purple and white bottle, I forgot the name. It's all these cleaning products. It's rated on a pH scale. So any cleaning solution is rated on a pH scale. So every cleaning solution is really supposed to be at a 7 to a 9, and you're safe. So Resolve is at like a 12. You know, people don't understand that. Meaning, let's just say if you actually sprayed the stain, agitated, all you did was spread the stain. You scrubbed it further in the carpet. So if you don't have like a machine that's like a Hoover, a Spot Bot, something that's like a spot treating machine that you can put water in it, if you can remove the water, that's called extracting. You're removing the water. So you can never spray the carpet and then leave it. So what somebody would do is scrub it, put some more into it, scrub it some more, add some more water. It's called an alkaline burn if it turns it a brighter color or you don't remove it. So anytime we come in, we gotta remove the solution that you put in. It's called like overspraying. We gotta remove that solution, what we put in, then the water. So that's why they charge you double, always. So air ducts. Air ducts is actually cleaned by, carpet cleaning is supposed to be cleaned one time, once a year. So if you don't professionally clean it, then we will come in and charge you for whatever reason. If it's over soil, if you have traffic, if you have stubborn stains. If you have juice spots or stains, that's why companies be like, okay, it's this price, now it's that price. And they don't explain it to you, so you looking at it like this, then it's like this. You're like, hold on, what is the disconnect? You trying to rob me, get out. Right. Air ducts is supposed to be cleaned every 18 months. If you don't professionally clean that in 18 months, most people don't clean in 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, and beyond. Right. You start.
I said 10 on 3.
Right.
As many hours left.
And the only reason why I'm explaining this, I don't want to take too much of time. A company that's reputable, they will never tell you this because they will always charge you for it. That's the name of the game. So that's why I said it's called preventive maintenance or annual maintenance. If you actually service these things, the cost will always be low. Somebody can't come in and charge you for something that's already clean. You like, get the hell out. Excuse my language. You feel frustrated because you be like, hold on, I got kids over here. My bills got to go over here. You trying to steal. Get out. Right. So it's a level of distrust. So air ducts, if it's not cleaned in 18 months, and if it goes over time, the implications of air ducts cleaning is black around the edges in your house. If it takes longer to heat and cool your house, if you hypoallergenic, I'm just explaining all these things. So if anybody see these symptoms, these are the reasons why it needs to be cleaned. Right. If you hypoallergenic, or if there's something wrong with your system, you start seeing dust places, like on the baseboards, you know, things like that. Just look. And you start seeing these things, look at the big return, that's that big vent, and it's dusty. Most people would dust that. I'm coming in. I've been doing it 17 years, so I'm coming in for all the systems. Right. So what happens is that big return is what sucks in the dust. The small vents is what blows out the dust. So when you start seeing that whole system, so let's just say if the return is on the 3rd level, it drops down to the 2nd level. It drops down to the basement. So every return always have 2. Right. If you have square footage, you have 4 returns. Because that's over, let's just say 1,200 square feet. You always have 4 returns because you will never want to have 2 returns. Your bill will be so high to heat and cool the house. So that's why they double it. So then the price will be double to clean the air ducts. So if everybody look, whenever you get time, Google the average price of air duct cleaning, $300 to $500. Anybody trying to come over than that, kick them out. It's Google. Now, if anybody have any questions, so like I went to a customer house and I couldn't figure something out. And I've been cleaning car for 17 years. And there was a child that was 3 years old. He said, what is wrong? He was a boy. And I didn't really want to say nothing. I'm like, what does he know? You know? You know, and it's true. And he was like, what is it? And I said, I can't figure out what this thing. He said, why don't you Google it? I felt so dumb.
3 years old.
3 years old. Wow. 3, I'm just, reach one, teach one. 3 years old. So Google the average air duct cost. It says $300 to $500. Right. So if you have 2 air ducts, it will be no more than, we will charge you like about $650. If you need to clean your air ducts, you need to clean your dryer vents. $100. I will go to that. I don't want to talk all night.
Yes. Hi, I'm Calvin Watkins. I was in BPM some years ago when I first got started, like I think in the 90s. And welcome me back. But I do a lot of things as an entrepreneur, photography, video, marketing, consulting. Feel excited because I'm presenting to a group in DC teaching. So also one of my passions is entrepreneurship. So I'm actually in the process of starting a charter school. It's called the Beam Charter School, Business Economics Academy in Maryland. We're going to teach children financial literacy, entrepreneurship, like I was saying with the suits. And I want to create an environment of professionalism so that the moment you walk in the door and from the time you graduate, you feel like you are on a mission to do something bigger than just playing basketball. No offense to those who play basketball. Something bigger than entertainment. And there's so many different ways that we can make we become wealthy. It doesn't always have to be in the process of being entertainers. Yeah, so that's like a passion of mine. That's like what I want to do. So I'm here, I'm excited, I love to hear things going on. And I just had a really crazy incident. I'm talking to Greg about it. I rent office space and they're trying to get rid of me. So the dude pulled a gun on me to get me out the building and freak me out. And I'm like, I was hoping that, I don't know, if he wanted to brawl, I was like, okay, that's a brawl. But it makes a lot more to it. But it threw me off. I gotta move my office. I was supposed to move in July. So I'm moving my stuff out now, just to be a curve. I've been going, getting my head together. I didn't do put a gun on me and kind of just messed me up. So I called the police. He sent me a text message, said, I will kill you. So I called 911, knocked him on the phone, leaving out the door, he pulled a gun, said all kind of stuff. I'm like, man, this guy just put that down and we go wrong, you know? But it's not like that. This guy 54, and he about 5 something. I can take it. Anyway. It's really off, like, I'm really like in a different mindset right now because it's like.
You ain't had to take it that far.
Yeah. But fortunately, I called the attorney because he works for the company that owns the building, and the police, they told me, prosecution told me he'll be indicted, and grand jury, bunch of legalese I'm not really familiar with. If they let me slap him around, I just want to just, you know, I have laws, of course. I have children, I got an after school program, and I will tell you about that. Mine runs in Montgomery County, they pay me well for it. I'm excited about it because our summer camp runs in Montgomery County, they pay well for it, and it just threw me off. So I'm a little disheveled right now.
When does your charter school open?
That's the part. It's funny, man, because one of the challenges we have is our folks. So I had to put together a board of directors, and they came together real strong. I hired a consultant to make sure that all the application comes together. And the people I had to be the board to come and make it happen, they don't stick it out. So I'm in the process now of building the board. I just talked to M&T Bank today. They want to come in. I talked to Wells Fargo. I talked to TD Bank. I talked to so many different organizations that want to help us with school. So I'm in the process now. I got to get a board together again because our folks sometimes don't.
You gotta get a private school.
Yeah, so me and her, it's crazy because I was going through this, talked to Hassan for like an hour on a Sunday. It was like, yeah, so that's we're looking at charter school and private school now because of the conversation we had. It just
cuts through it.
It cuts through all that, absolutely. And I saw that, man, I'm telling you, after that process, a load was up. So the people I have on my team now are saying, let's see where this goes. But the plan is to do, I expect Baltimore City has so many other problems around finance. We're going to put a school around that. I think it's so important that we change how we show up economically. I saw this video today, you know, this guy said that black people are the dumbest people on the planet. And it was an Asian guy saying this. He said, because you can go anywhere, have a black business, and you have someone from outside your community open a business right next to it. And the black people will help that business put the black business out of business. Yeah, he said, we're the only people who do that. So now, right. So that's why I'm creating school, change their mindset, because we should be buying for each other something. Your suits, I'm totally sold on that, and I'm telling you, the way I see it, no offense, but your suits are garbage. I believe you can run them and make them better. So if you take my suit out and if it shrinks up on me, I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm gonna say, this is the problem we had, let's make it better. I know we're in a space where everybody's got a head start. So I'm patient enough to say, okay, let's work this out. So that's why, so thank you, glad to be here.
Good evening, brothers. I'm Troy Mobley, Matrix Connect Group. Sorry for being late. Thank you for the opportunity to present myself. I have shirts right now. I have available right outside the door. I have sweatshirts available. I have yours, Everett, and I have yours as well, Kevin. I'm representing a Matrix Connect Group. I also connect myself with another business. It's called My Telemedicine. So I have documentation to distribute to everyone if you choose to take a look at it. But basically, in a nutshell, My Telemedicine, which is also called digital health, is going to revolutionize the healthcare industry because they have to do what? Find a way to get it cheaper. Telemedicine has grown 25% since 2014. It's targeted to grow 19% up till 2025. So it's definitely a way to reduce costs and get healthcare service because you don't have to go to the doctor. First of all, you have to go to the brick and mortar, building, and second of all, everybody has high co-pays, right? Or high deductible. So what do? You don't go to the doctor, typically.
What did you call it?
My telemedicine.
Do
I have flyers.
Do anybody know what telemedicine is?
I'm Googling. I believe it's.
Yeah.
So, but check it out.
Virtual documents.
Did y'all watch the Boeing Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did.
Well, have y'all seen a commercial where there was a couple with a newborn and the husband fell and hit his head like on a broken bookshelf?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all seen that commercial?
It's been on quite a few times.
So in that commercial, the baby was sick and they didn't know what was going on, and they was able to use their phones, do a video call with the doctor. The doctor did the video examination on the baby. It was like, okay, that's normal, and they was able to go about their business. So that was actually a doctor visit just through the phone. So what he is saying is that that service is available to you. So if you want to be able to essentially go see your doctor through your smartphone, that's the service he's talking about.
Either video conference or telephone. And also includes concierge service, a client advocacy, meaning that if you have a bill outstanding, as long as it's not in collections, you upload that bill into the system and they'll speak on your behalf. So you get all of that. That's it. You get all of that for $15 a month for individual and $20 a month, $25 a month for family of 7. So if you're interested and for something that after you've done your due diligence, if you want to sell the product, guess how much it costs to sell it?
Well,
Nothing.
I'm good. So the only thing he forgot to mention was that for every package that is sold, he donates $1 per month back to the organization. So it is our example of a financial ecosystem. So you have the choice to do it anywhere. When you do it here, it helps the community. Okay? So again, if you want to be able to go to the doctor through your smartphone, that's the man to see. He also has BPM shirts. So anybody who wants to get a BPM shirt, that's the man to see.
Camera outside the door.
Right. So we want to be able to do, after the meeting, we want to be able to do a picture with everybody in a BPM shirt. So those who can participate, please, after we leave.
Must have to stand in the back.
We also doing headshots. So we have our photographer here. So we like to put the headshots.
I'm found to be destitute, my brother.
Who we talking about?
Who you talk about? Hey, I didn't bring my camera.
Who we talking about? Okay. All right.
I put that in email blast for 20,000 people. I'm so glad. You mother brothers and
Ooh, they all out
Where's my headshot? 5-star got your email blast. Where's my
I
headshot?
saw that dude. I did see his shots.
You did see it?
Well,
You know what?
we'll do-
I don't live that far.
I understand. We'll do headshots later, but the purpose of the headshots is for your the website. So the website is getting a lot more attention, and so one of the things that people are doing is seeing who are members. And so with that, every person, did everybody get an email from me about membership profiles?
What? I didn't see that.
Okay, so I'll resend it. I don't think it went through. But what we want to be able to do is set up a membership profile for every member. And then whatever part that you're a part of the organization, we can tag that so that when somebody does a search on an area of the website, it will bring up the associated members. Okay? Now, what that means is the benefit of being a member of the organization is that you're exposed to the network. All right? Our network works as kinetic energy. So by you having a profile and it's updated and it has a picture of you and what you do and stuff like that, then when people come to the website, they can see what you do, and if they feel like they need, if you have a business, they feel like they want to provide you service, then they can connect it. Okay? A lot of times what happens is when you meet somebody and you present yourself, I'm a Black professional man, they're going to go to the website and they're going to search for you to be able to see who you are. So that's one thing we want to be able to do for that. Okay.
How much are the shirts?
For these shirts right here, $25. Sweatshirts are $35, but for tonight, I'm gonna do $30 and $5 gonna go to BPM. And I have polo shirts as well. Those are $25. White and black. If I don't have your size, let me know the size you need, and I'll get it to you.
So we're going to do one of my favorite sessions, which is the mastermind. Okay. So during the mastermind, the whole concept is 2 heads is better than 1. But in this sense, 30 heads is better than 2. So what we want to do is somebody has a business challenge, they put that business challenge on the floor, and then we let everybody weigh in and give their solution on it.
Nobody else has a business plan?
Nobody has one. We shot.
I got what?
Have a what?
I got a challenge.
Business challenge.
It pertains to, yeah, damn sure, it's serious. It just has, his brother, and this was, I guess I got the inspiration from the brother right here. Man, there are so many opportunities. Just listen to you talk, because I've never heard a brother talk about building things. Every civilization that I know of is remembered by its architecture. Every civilization. When I come through the city, there is so much potential. So much potential. You don't have to wait till all these big, because when the big developers roll in and start gentrification, when Hopkins, what's that hospital up here? John Hopkins, when they start buying up all these properties,
They already did that.
they gonna leave, we're gonna get left behind. But the brothers will get like you and start buying them up, making some investment, life comes with risk. There's always this thing called, you put money in the bank, it's a risk. You go to work every day 40 hours, there's a risk you might, well, ask the federal government, there's a risk you might not get paid. Everything's a risk. And I'm going to point to your business model as far as buying, flipping, and all that good stuff. This city, man, I'm telling you, has so much potential. And I'm going to leave this right here. Sometimes I go down North Avenue, and I go past the old school board, school board of education right there, Broadway, the same way you used to come up from DC to go to Odell. Come up Broadway, corner north. That old school building, I can see all day long, that would be a great condominium. There's some developer turn that whole thing on. You go down North Avenue, go past Greenmount Avenue, on the left-hand side, you got these big, classic Victorian townhouses. You go by Druid Hill Park, you got these huge brownstones like they got up in Brooklyn. And they're just dilapidated. But somebody who probably, like you said, don't look like us, gonna throw some money at them, and before you know it, you're gonna take these little 20-foot wide townhouses that you see on Eagle Street or Chase Street and all that. For long, they're gonna be selling for $600,000 and $700,000. I'm telling you what I know. I've seen it.
Absolutely. But
I've seen it. Now they tear down these projects. Now they tear down. Hold up. I'm just trying to point to you, man. The challenge is for us as we call ourselves black professional men. You know, you have to all have your own definition of being what a professional is. I'm in the building trade. I've been in the building trades all my life. Okay. The challenge is we're going to have to start looking and investing in our own real estate, our own architecture, our own physical neighborhoods. We got to define that thing called community.
And that's the key. That's it. That's the key component right here.
Yeah.
So because we can put any of our own money.
The challenge is to hook up or get knowledge with a brother like him.
Absolutely.
And understand how, because you know, you got all kinds of people saying, well, we'll teach you.
I've helped the Jewish people do it many times over.
Give me just a second. So is the challenge, how do we catch up? How do we catch up?
I tell you, I agree. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So the challenge that you're presenting to the floor is how do we secure how do we secure our own community?
We need to go back to elementary school as far as finance, venture capital, all those type of things. I mean, we gotta start from square one, but we are.
He said a key word that I love, venture
See,
capital.
that's why we need folks like that.
Venture
The
capital.
challenge is, we talking about financial literacy for kids. I think we need to start with ourselves.
Adults.
I really do. I really do.
Yeah,
Okay,
I agree.
okay.
Because
Because a lot of people
some
around
people tell
rather
you,
rent than
some people
than
tell
own a
you,
home all day.
I work for money, and some people tell you what money works for
For
me.
me, correct.
It's just a whole mental thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're talking about how do we make adults financially secure?
How do we start
Building
internalizing
within
what
our.
finance and economics cause and effect really is?
And what it can really do for us.
Yeah, it's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
You can't take a, you
100%.
can't take a pill. You can't take a pill.
He about to get me excited.
So, the challenge is, how do we?
Fix it.
No. The challenge is that you're presenting is, how do we activate the adults in our community so that they can
Participate in the recovery of these neighborhoods.
I don't hear that. I hear more black people buy what they want when we should be buying an asset and let the asset produce
That too.
to buy our
That's
tools.
that's part of it.
That's what I'm really hearing from him. He's saying that he want, the challenge is, why do we pay for memories when we should be paying for assets and let the assets produce these memories through that cash flow that comes in.
So-
Passive cash flow. That's what I'm hearing.
So can we, for this purpose, because we want to be able to illustrate the purpose of the mastermind, you mind if we use something that's a little bit more personable, or something that, a challenge that a person had that we can put a wrench on and fix?
The latter.
We
I
can-
think
we
we
can
could
answer-
answer the problem. So I guess it's a bigger piece to discuss. So if
We can
someone has
answer
a
this
problem with
way.
marketing, we should help that person with their marketing and make it.
Why we shrinking back? Why we stepping back? I'm just.
Right, no, I know what you're doing.
Because it seems like I'm trying to take the air out of the room.
I mean, yeah, but we need a single,
You want something that's more digestible.
no. We need something that can be, that meal is too big for this
So
opportunity.
you might just say, look, something
No.
more digestible.
Right.
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Right, so we need the first bite.
I like to look at the whole level.
I
That's
understand,
just me.
I understand, so but we need just the one bite.
He likes to look at the whole level.
But you still not biting one and biting the top.
Oh, man, I'm looking at the whole level. My intention of eating the whole level.
Gotta look for the bigger picture first.
Yeah.
Hassan, can I answer that? Because that is a question that can be answered.
Because we're gonna have time afterwards, but.
What make it interesting is,
Wait, hold on. Are you gonna submit a problem for us to do the exercise on?
of course,
If not,
of course.
3 seconds or less, then we get a problem.
Ooh.
Ooh, I need at least 7.
3 gone.
Only reason why I'm saying that is I hear his story.
All right, so let's hold that.
The solution is, number one, the reason why I'm saying that is it has to start somewhere, meaning a platform and foundation. It won't go nowhere because you have a true saying. You standing from a point of, I want to see the whole thing. If it can't be done, I won't join. You saying it from a point of view of, well, we need to take this here and take it there, and then we really need to actually start from there, from the memories, because it won't go. You have a foundation, meaning that everybody's going to believe in you.
So what you're saying is correct. What Ray is saying is what needs to be done is absolute. What Felix is saying is needed. The purpose of this exercise is to show us how we can put our heads together and solve a single problem.
Okay, so with that
So,
being.
hold up.
Okay,
You
you got it.
So, the challenge that we're gonna do.
I got one.
Okay.
Very real. It's a real challenge in my life right now. My business is starting to scale. For those that don't know, we provide stream integration. So 10 years ago, I found a way to combine my engineering degree with me being a professional DJ. And kids love it. But now I can't work in my business, I'm working on my business. So now we're getting a few more contracts, and now a few more schools, and now I gotta get DJs to become educators. And I mean, one DJ came in the classroom with his kid and his babysitter. And I'm like, who does that? I said, so I had to blame myself because I assumed the professional development was there with a professional DJ, right? My challenge is how do I merge the professional development piece. As I'm starting to scale, I'm having growth pains of professionalism and outside of a retreat, which is hard to bring black men together anyway. I need your advice on the best way to scale professionally, because I can't just continue to let people say, Kendrick, I love what you're doing, I want to be a part of what you're doing, and not put them through some rigorous situations, right? Because I want Jason there, because I know his program works, but he's still working in his business and doing a phenomenal job. And I'm like, all right, Jason, we got to scale though, bro. You got to have 10 more Jasons so me and you can have a conversation on how we're going to take care of the west and the east side of Baltimore. So my challenge is, how do we scale professionally? Go.
Okay, Kendrick, what you have to do is, like you said, working in versus on, and when you have the same conversations that you have over and over, when people come to
Hold
that.
on 1 second. When we don't do it this thing, what I think we need to start doing, we need somebody to take notes. Who can volunteer to take notes?
Definitely taking notes.
You taking notes, Kendrick?
I am.
Okay, so when DJs come through the door, it's going to be the same 10 to 15 questions and procedures that you tell everybody. So in order to maximize your time and build processes, I would recommend you creating an online course so that number one, they can view it from anywhere, and basically it standardizes your procedures. So the first thing you do when you leave here is you look at what are the predictable steps. How do I build the perfect professional DJ? And those are the steps that you start to put in those video modules. You have them go through that process so that everyone who comes in the door is going to be excited, but not everybody is qualified. So going through that process qualifies them. You can have them take a test, you can have them do scenarios where you rent out a room and have them teach and see how they actually deliver your actual system. The other part to that is you need a corporate culture. So most businesses under 7 figures operate with the exact core values of the business owner. So when you look at who you are and what you stand for versus what you don't stand for, like I may know that, or somebody else within, let's say your inner circle knows that, but is it documented and defined to the point where when you're not around, that's enforced and regulated from top to bottom? So if you look at things from, this is what you bring to the table, and structure it and document it both with corporate culture and also from an onboarding standpoint, have an online course to guide people through it, then you'll find that people start to embrace the brand no matter where you are, and you truly have freedom within your business.
I think we solved it.
Wow, that was powerful.
I'm going to say too for me. I actually got sick of having to fire people for doing my kids, so I got my sister to come up with like a questionnaire for me, so the person can have, they won't have the same mentality as me, but they have a similar mentality, and I can know I can lead them. Like before, I couldn't trust leaving my kids with certain people, but now, like the lady that I have now, the lady I'm about to bring on, I can leave them because again, like my sister gave me these protocols, certain questions to ask on the interview process, and stuff that I put them through too. Like I do my own internal test once a week with them. They don't even know that I'm testing them, but I want to see how they're going to handle these situations that I can actually, like, because again, like Kendrick said, we want to be able to move, so I want to be able to go to other schools. I want to be able to trust that it's like, what was it, like, the Chick-fil-A guy said, you build one building, you're gonna build 500 more, so I need to make sure I can do that.
I tell you, I run an after school, my after school program. I'm sorry, forgive me, I don't know how to work.
I can still apply everything they said to this brother here. He can do an online video. Like, I mean, I don't know, man, I'm just, God ain't making no more earth.
Sometimes, your growth exceeds your ability to grow. Okay? So,
Say that one more time.
I said, sometimes your growth exceeds your ability to grow. In other words, you cannot grow as quickly as you expect to grow.
You need to grow faster than capacity.
Or can't grow to keep up with the demand for run business or product. And so, I started in the barbershop because I want a strictly professional business. So one of the big problems with barbering is that drugs. So I come up with a contract for the people that are going to the shop. I let them know this is what I want in my shop. Everything that I want in the shop, I put it in the contract. I have probably passed up over 100 barbers. They find out what my program is. They don't want to be drug tested. Before they come in the shop, after they get in the shop, I do random drug testing. I let them know that up front. So, and you have to wear the attire. Some of them don't wear the attire. Some of them don't want to come to work on time because they feel like they're self-employed. So they want to come whenever they want to go and take a break. My barbers come in at 9 o'clock and leave at quitting time, 7 o'clock. They don't go out to lunch because I provide food for them to eat in the kitchen, in the back. Everything they want to eat, I put a sample talking about. What I'm saying to you is that in order to get what you want, it might take a little longer to get to it, whether it be online or be face-to-face, mountain face-to-face. But I'm where I want to be in there. I have professional barbers, and they come to work on time, they dress right, and they can deal with the drug testing. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna take you some time, but if you take your time and don't settle for just somebody to fill a job, you might have to turn the job down. Because if you just run to get somebody to fill a job, a commitment, then, and they mess it up, then you're going back a couple steps. It's gonna take time. So your growth, I don't think, maybe can keep up with the accessibility of the people that you want. But if you stick to what you want, that's it. It'll be good.
I'm gonna piggyback on, said something about videos, maybe something. I think that if I was in your position, I would create a video online template showing how you do it. And they can see a demonstration of how you would like it to be done. So they will know exactly what's your expectations. See, they didn't know your expectation. That's why you're coming with all these people. That expectation was not met by you. So it started out with you. If you would have given it up front, that wouldn't have happened, or they wouldn't have shown up. However, if you would let them know ahead of time, don't assume these things. But if you have that online, this is what I expect. When you show up, that's what I expect. And so that's all input I put on.
Well, I thought Luna's idea down here was excellent, and I would like to add to it. I work in a position where folks have to be trained in order to execute their position as well. And we do something similar with the video, but at the end of the video, what we do is we require them to do almost like a test, not a test, but an assessment of sorts, where there's a series of questions that they have to answer, maybe like 10, to show that they understood the main points that we were trying to teach. So in addition to the training component, which is the video, having a quiz at the end to demonstrate that you actually understood what we were trying to convey to begin with.
Okay, so I do HR. So we have to look to see who have different levels of professionalism within different organizations. So I agree 100% with them in the sense of the online course. The only thing that I would add to that, and of course some of them stated too, is that upfront standards, but then that feedback. So sometimes we don't know we're wrong unless we're told we're wrong. And I find that a lot of supervisors don't like that confrontation of being able to communicate that you're wrong, right? Because it sets that expectation of, oh, I'm just picking at you, and of course you're not. So I would even recommend establishing some type of just like in a regular business, performance and feedback situation that allows them to not only say this is where you are. What I do for my soldiers is I say this is where you are, and this time I'm going to help you get to where you need to be within us. It brings off the aspect of communicating what you're not doing that I want you to do, but also letting you know that I support you in getting to where I want you to be. So I would
Can you say that again? This is where you are, and this is.
So this is where you are, this is where you need to be, and it's time to help you to get where you need to be. And I put that in writing to hold me accountable, so it doesn't just say I'm just talking, to you to say that, just to say it, but for you to see this is exactly how I'm going to help you there. And you may even, unfortunately, some employees do have challenging situations. I don't know if your organization is able to meet any of those challenging situations. We partner with daycares, and they actually provide us a service on the weekends for $20 to watch all of our soldiers' kids. Per family, wait, it's not. But per family to watch their kids, having those connections. If you feel like your employees have those issues or whatever other issues they have, partnering with organizations that can support your employees at a discounted rate may also work in your favor.
Well, what I actually think is I heard a lot of good key points. What I actually learned in business is us as Black professionals, we have a problem when we are running the business, when we want to step up into a new category, meaning we are running a business now, we want the business to run for us. We have a problem with failure. I think you should actually, just a good suggestion, because me and a lot of our colleagues, we are shifting. I think you should actually find someone who you can trust as in the similar type of judgment you have. We have a headache with.
We got one.
Okay, so cool.
But we all scared with that.
We cool. So we have a problem with actually, when we scaling off, having a problem with disappointment. We don't want to run auditions like, okay, this person's not the right fit, that person is not, it will stress you out because you still have your business. So it's something that you should not look at because you don't want to look at the failure. You are the face, because once you see the failure, it creates the headache and the tension. So if you have somebody else that can handle that, there you go, that is screening that. Because what I learned is in jobs, because this is 17 years of me actually cleaning a carpet, 10 years of me owning my business. My business didn't pick up to 3 years ago, so that's 7 years of failure. 7 years of believing in people. People slam me because I had the right judgment, but I'm just given the opportunity. Have the blind eye. The next person who you hire is going to scream like an agent because they believe in your word. You are the face. Once you believe in that, because jobs, what I learned was how us as in Black people, we fail. We will provide something for someone as in a job detail, and just because we provided it, we expect them to do it. The minute they don't do it, just because we're the boss in the face, the person might freeze up because they know you to higher up. What you do is you actually give them the job detail and you step off, meaning that you expect them to do the job. These are what a lot of my colleagues do that are not Black. They expect you to do the job. Meaning if you don't do it, they will correct you and step off again. When a boss is over somebody, nobody actually does the job. It's like, hey, I'm like this. It's not the supervisor. It's not none of that. It's the muchacho. We call it the muchacho. So the thing is, if you give them the job detail, eventually they will catch on fast. You correct them until they get it. You're not there. You want to start presenting yourself like you're not there. You're the overseer, so you are there. You are the fixer, so you are there. So what I'm just saying is, if you're not seeing the failure is less of the stress. People get tired of that. Who want to sit here and hire that person and you expect them to do that? And then, like you said, they showed up with their kid. They did all the right wrongs first starting, meaning it's going to end wrong. If it start wrong, it's going to end wrong. And the only reason why I'm just saying that, is because I had to learn this from spending my time and money. So if you actually present your opportunity, just like the gentleman said, online tutorial and things like that, you're presenting something like this, and they will gravitate to it. It creates less headache.
And we won't get very bad.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the stuff I would say is probably piggyback. I think, at the end of the day, man, I guess I believe that, you have to, because you're essentially, these people are gonna be a representative of what you want, right? So I think at the end of the day, well, no, they are, but I'm saying since you're responsible for those people and decide who you want to have represent you. I think at the end of the day, at least in my experience, is that places I would, and very few people look like me. I'm not an entrepreneur, but I've worked in the largest corporations in the world, and I've been in places where not very many of me get hired because they're very high paying jobs and very difficult to get. And my only point in saying all that is, first of all, these places, they establish what the requirements are, right? So whether you use a website, whether you use FAQs to say frequently asked questions, you detail that. Me, as when I come to you, first of all, I should know what you expect, right? And I would say to you, because I would just say to me, they ain't wasting a lot of time if I don't come right? They ain't trying to, you're a business, and I get it, if your side part of it is to develop people to, fine, but if you're in business to make money and grow your business and scale, then you ain't got time for the person that brings their kid, because honestly, they should know better. And especially if you put it out there, right? That's just my philosophy. I don't know, again, if you again, I'm not saying people don't develop, if that's your thing, do that, right? That's part of your business. I want to help you to somebody say, but I think if you're trying to build a business and grow, put your step, so for me, when I had an interview today with a company. I paid a lot of money, right? A lot of money. And quite frankly, I had to step right. But I know, because I've been doing this forever. And I know what the requirements are, but I can assure you, it would have been a very short conversation for the person. In other words, they ain't trying to tutor you on how to get there, right? So professionalism, to some extent, depending on where you are, everybody's different. Every business is different. We've been in a lot of business where we don't see that, right? But you have to decide what you want as a baseline of what that professionalism is. And if that individual, and it may take you longer to find the right people. That's just a fact. But I would just say, I guess I would summarize and say, just my philosophy, again, I'm not trying to want anybody to take with it. I'm not into trying to help people get to maybe your level if they got the potential to get there. But I would just say, don't waste a lot of time on people who don't know how to come right to begin with.
Thank you.
So I would just say, use people within your organization to have them go through the screening process. Once you get that stapled and set that this is what you're looking for and this is the type of individuals you're looking for, then you can piggyback and do what Shadid said and do the videos, online videos, because then at that point you would have already set a standard. You would have already set something in place that this is what you're looking for. If they don't meet that criteria, then they might as well not come in. So then it minimizes who's going to come to your interviews and how many people that you'll actually be interviewing that's going to be closer to fitting the criteria of what you're looking for.
I'd say for what I do in the medical field, just doing a 90-day review or just reviewing those first 30 days and see if they meet the expectations of what you're looking for, and if they're not, then cut loose. I think in the first 30 days you should be able to identify what type of employee they're going to be, if that's in regards to what they're doing or how they carry themselves when they're in your presence, and then just go based off of that.
Yeah, I agree with Shadi and they're spot on as far as once they're hired, or even before they're hired, add the video so they know what the expectations are. But prior to that, most interviews are now behavioral interviews. So you don't know how, some people can interview very well, right? But not be able to do the job. So now most interviews now are behavior interviews. They ask you, what would you do in any particular situation? There's assessments out there that can categorize you, right, and tell you what you're going to be good at. they're free. So you can have them fill out one of these personality assessments, right? And then do a behavioral review, right? To vet out the people who won't fit your model. And then you can make it to selection yourself, whether or not you want to mentor them and develop them at that point.
Yeah, I'm sort of in the same process, in the same place. I learned that if you can't put a number to it, you can't measure it. So if you can find a way to put all that, again, the training videos, all the great ideas. It's a book called The E-Myth that I read. It's a fantastic book, and it teaches you how, it talks about how to take your business and build it like a McDonald's, build your business so you can sell it. But what happens is the system of the business runs the business. So whether you're there, whether Mickey Mouse shows up to run it, because you're absent, the system runs the business, and all those things you talk about really fall in and out of the system. So I just systematize it.
5-Star Productions.
Enterprise.
When someone comes to you, I would make them have some buy-in. We need to identify a 5-star restaurant that they need to go to see professional service. Then after they go to that restaurant, have them come to you, okay? So they spent their money, here's the buy-in, just to talk to me now. You've seen professionalism, and you set the expectations. But get them to spend some money. If you're serious about being with my organization, you go here first. And then you come back to me and tell me what you saw.
Those of you who don't know Tillman, he's always gonna surprise you. that I would never thought that. So I would say the thing I learned, success doesn't expire. Success doesn't expire. So I would study a successful business. With that being said, most successful businesses that you go to always have an orientation. And they always have an individual development plan. So what we categorize that as is level 0 and then level 1. So if you establish that level 0, which is the training, the expectations, all of those particular things, and then they're ready at level 1. And so you can use our Ning site to house the videos. You can use our Zoom account to create the videos. And then you put them there, and then it's secure, and then everybody could get everything out of it. So you want to do a quick summary of what you got?
Yes. So there's 2 pages of notes here. So the first page, I love the 10 to 15 questionnaire, just the frequent asked questions. The online course was big. The modules, of course. The excitement to qualify, I heard going around. The exposing of the corporate culture. And then contract I like as well. I definitely need to upgrade my contract for my 1099s thus far, because I don't have any employees. And then the video that of my star player, instead of me doing it, letting him, let the star person that I'm impressed with, this classroom management, having a quiz after that, I think that was powerful to assess who I feel like is taking it seriously, and then having the performance and the 30, 60 day, 90-day reviews, I like that. And then I'm gonna check out E-Myth, that book. I definitely like to buy in, because people just see me and they want to be involved with what I'm doing. However, when it comes to professionalism, I'm an a-hole. So I try to separate myself and have my team start to be the people that's on board. But now I see the pieces of the puzzle I'm missing, I just got from y'all, so thank you.
I got one more question. Do you do any kind of, what kind of feedback do you do for when you have somebody go out and do the event? Like, how do you get feedback about how they...
So events are easy. I got 50 DJs locally, 500 nationwide. All my DJs are easy. My challenge here is that I'm bringing the DJs in the education world
Gotcha.
because we developed a curriculum to teach math through the art of DJ.
Understood.
And so the DJs paired with one of my Toastmasters family works.
Got it.
DJs by themselves when the Toastmaster can't make it is a challenge.
Got it.
And so that's what I was asking, how do I get the DJ who knows his craft well, but doesn't have management of a classroom?
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, whoa. Who? So that's the part that I'm like, all right, I need to take a step back and make sure I'm not just throwing in the DJs from a talent perspective, because I still need the professionalism and I need the classroom management together to make this all represent who I am and what the company stands for.
So what we just experienced is what we call the mastermind. You bring a challenge to the table and you put all your heads together, you're able to get a great set of solutions. Now, brass tacks, right? If you was to pay a consultant that had all the wisdom, all the experience of all of us consolidated, you're paying no less than $1,000 to $2,000. So just now, coming to a meeting, him spending 3 hours of his time, he just saved $2 grand. That's the brass tacks. That's the benefit of the kineticness of the organization, of the network. All right, so we do that every first Monday at college. We do it online every first Wednesday on Zoom. So that's something we do. So I'd like for y'all to experience it when y'all go out. This month we have is Black History Month. So oddly enough, we don't have a lot going on. We make history all year long. But with that being said, we have this Saturday we have Real Talk. Real Talk is for the conversation that we can't have in public. Spoiler alert: you come to an event, y'all gonna cry. Okay, it's gonna be deep. Okay, so that's this Saturday at the Y at Drew Hill. We also have another event. I think it's next Saturday. It's Brunch with Brothers. So y'all see that we do an event called Think Black Baltimore once a quarter at the Motor House. All right. The proceeds that we make from that, we're able to spend a portion of that to give 10 young boys a gourmet meal over a brunch. Then we pour into them. Okay. I encourage you guys to be able to come out to that. Now, this month I was like, hey, can we skip on food? Can we just do pizzas? It was like, no, the kids are excited. They're expecting that. So I was like, okay, yes, we're gonna keep the private chef to come in and keep doing it because they're working hard to be able to earn that meal. So we need to make sure that we provide what we said we will provide. So it's an incredible thing. This is maybe our 5th Brunch for Brothers or 4th Brunch for Brothers that we're doing. Again, it's free to the members. So you can bring kids there if you want. The information is on the website of where it's going to be. Definitely appreciate that. Next month is a dynamic month. Okay, we have Black Wedding Expo, we have Hire Black Baltimore, and we have Eat Black Baltimore. All right, so those are some dynamic events. The goal for those is to be able to showcase Black businesses. So with all those events, that's what we're doing. So as most of you know, if you have a business, as long as space is available, your vendor fee is waived as a Black business. As long as space is available and you have requested the space while it was available. Okay? So we definitely appreciate your time. It seems like everybody here are members. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's definitely is beautiful. Do anybody have any questions about anything that's been going on?
There was an official registration form for the wagon section. Is there, or was there?
Yes, I sent an email.
Yeah, I saw that.
To y'all guys. And those who replied that I want in.
Right.
And I didn't
know if I said I was in or how I
did reply. Yeah, the question. I didn't say I was in.
All right, cool, okay, so you're looking at it again, see the space like.
Do you want it?
Yeah, write a video. Copy the video.
Okay. So what we can do is you can attend and you can speak to Amanda about being in the program.
Okay.
And then your information can be there through that, through the package. Alright.
Just want to stress again about the helper app. If everyone could hit that, so we can get credit for us utilizing our time to benefit our organization.
Helper
app. I mean, as a new person, is that like when I took the headshots going down to the library?
Yes.
Okay, you give our
So, helper. So brass tacks, right? We completed an application for Wells Fargo, and we had to be able to submit what we do for community service. So we submitted information from Helper app, which I know was underreported. Okay? So the stuff you do or the stuff you don't do, it matters. Okay? This is not something that, you know what, it can wait. It matters. So where everything is moving, so if you guys could, please download the app. Okay? If you don't know how to, can you go to Black Man's Challenge? So if you go to the website, go to mentoring programs, go to Black Man's Challenge. If you're not signed up for it. So right now we have 120 hours, and 89 of those hours is from our members. And this is live. So as you enter the information into the system, it goes in. Yes, but you have to, you can download the app, but you need to register with us to be added to our instance.
Which one should I do first?
Helper app.
Sign up to that.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get on. That's why I was like,
Yes.
absolutely. I've been doing
Enter.
it even with the
Enter.
sign that track.
So
no, my question. Excuse me. My question was. There are so many of them that it throws me off because it's so overwhelming.
Right.
Huh?
You just scroll through the one that you want and check that one. The rest to
leave the rest to
that. All the ones you want to participate.
I'm like on different places.
Because the thing is this right here. You have a lot of events, right? And people always say, why don't we scale back?
Right.
So, do we scale back helping kids? Do we scale back helping men? Do we scale back helping people to help get jobs? Do we scale back people from helping them build their business? So what do we scale back?
Is there like a category feature on the app? Is there like a category feature?
Yes.
If people are known for like doing certain areas, they can go straight to those events specific to that area.
Well, so one of the great things is that we have a lot of activities for the whole year, but you only can look at 90 days at a time. So, if you go in once a month and scroll through, you're gonna see the things that you wanna do. Now, if you tell us that you're interested in certain things, we can add you to those particular things at the end of the year.
Brother? You shooting raw, Jake. Brother? Well, what I want to ask, remember I was asking when I'm trying to get in.
Does he create his own?
You supposed to create your own password. You forgot what your password was.
Remember I never could get in. And he said he want to help me.
So check your email, we just got a new password. So is everybody, not everybody is logged into the app. I know you're not logged in, Mr. Sessions, I can log into it. I can take care of it.
Now what is Zoom? I don't know what it is.
Zoom is a video service.
Okay.
So we're able to do video conferencing. So, is everybody know that I would be more than happy to meet with everybody who wants to meet with me face to face if you want to come to my house. But if not, we can use Zoom and we can just talk face to face.
All right, but real quick, off the website, how do I go to get your help?
How's your family?
All right, so you go to
Whenever you're ready.
mentoring programs.
Greg, how you do that?
Black Man's Challenge.
And then there's a slideshow option.
Okay.
So we do that. So y'all feel please log in,
Friday I come out.
sign up, and then be able to pick your activities. Now, what we like for you to do is pick your activities for 90 days. The goal is for every member to do 20 hours a month, 20 hours a year. You do 20 hours a year. So we want you to do 10 hours of community enrichment. That's something that is pouring into the community. We want you to do 5 to 8 hours of self improvement. Something that's going to benefit you. Pouring into, building yourself up, builds up the community. And then we want you to do 2 to 5 hours of helping the next person. So peer-to-peer mentoring. And all that information, we'd like for you to track it in the app.
It's asking me for a verification code.
You're good.
No need to enter verification.
Right. Well, all caps BPM.
God bless you.
So, because I've seen that before, a couple other businesses that I've gone to.
Right, so.
And it asked for a verification code and it said to get it from the coordinator.
Right, so what happens is when you put in your time, then on the back end, I'm asked to verify.
Okay, so the verification is not something that I do, or I can do it now? Or
You can do it now.
Okay.
So, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay?
And the other thing I wanted to say was.
I'm experiencing the same thing. It's like, mine is not going through.
Right, because the event is at 8, so the checkout time past the event time.
The other thing I wanted to just reiterate, I don't know if you mentioned guys, but you said that you had sent out an email trying to capture all the businesses so that we can know who does what, so we can buy back when we have a need. We can know what each person does professionally, so we can reach out to them for either a consult, 5-minute phone call, right? So we can be intentional about buying black.
Absolutely. So I'm going to send out, resend the email out.
You sent it on the record, right? And you didn't get many responses.
Yes. So I sent it out with like a black toolkit or a business toolkit with that to load in your business. I know that y'all get a lot of emails. Either y'all getting them from Eventbrite, y'all getting them from Constant Contact, or y'all getting them from me. Now just understand, nobody hits send in vain. Nobody sits down and draws up those emails and send them in vain. So if you get the email, if you don't have time to look at it at that moment, we understand. But just please remember, the information is not sent to you in vain. Have any other questions?
Can I make one other comment?
Yes.
Most people here are probably using Gmail, right? So in that particular situation, because we all business people and have a lot of emails, right? There is a tool, a plugin in Gmail. I know Yahoo has it. It also is a plugin for Outlook as well. But it's called Boomerang. One of the best things since sliced bread for anybody that's in business. It's a plugin, and when you get bombarded and you want to come back to, or you want to be reminded to address an email either that you sent or came to you, you can easily set a reminder, and it says if you send an email, and you can select very easily. If no one responds to this email in 2 days, 4 days, 2 hours, next week, next month, next year, it'll come back to the top of your inbox. And guess what? It's free. It's called Boomerang. I've been in corporate America for 12 years, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. Because now, I'm from the school of David Allen. You have to have a trusted place to put things so that the system, like I heard a few times, it will come back to you automatically. Because it's all about system. It's all about productivity.
It doesn't work for Yahoo? It doesn't work for Yahoo?
I'm not sure if Yahoo has a plugin. Now, if you're using a Chrome browser, it may. If you're using a Chrome browser, it should, theoretically. But I use Gmail, and it also has a lot of functionality. Boomerang also has a lot of functionality now as far as meetings. I can go on and on about what it can do, but I just wanted to address that one thing.
So we definitely appreciate it. We definitely want to be respectful of everybody's time. So we don't have nothing else. We definitely appreciate it. After this, we are going to flight to get some Honey or Bay wings.
Which flight?
Flight is 8 minutes away. To Google.
You don't want to give us the address?
Flight. So, can you please remember to give your information and sign up with the BPM Plastic Suit finish.
I already know I got too much stuff to do. I have no doubt. I got, let me just check with them to see how I get my money back taken. Some of the services. It was so long. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I've done it with them. I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. That's something I should have done a long time before. I know I need to do
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more day. I'm gonna give you one more day. Yeah.